Good afternoon. It's afternoon where I am. But good morning and good evening to wherever you may be if you are listening. Steph here from stefsifandos.com, and what I want to speak to today is a very personal experience. But it's a personal experience that I think many of us can benefit from. And at the moment, I'm feeling very subdued, very relaxed, but also very much connected to self. And I've just had an experience of breath work. So it's biodynamic breath work and trauma release. Biodynamic breath work and trauma release. So locally here in Perth, a lady known as Cassia. Her business is Body, capital E-N, capital B-O-D-Y. Check it out on Facebook. Whole heap of information there as well. And she's a fantastic practitioner, very adept, very robust in her approach. She's also engaged in shamanic work before. A beautiful human being. So I've gone through this breath work, and I want to be just very open here for a moment. And the reason why is because I'm the type of person that is, and all my life I've been doing this, is always wanting to grow and expand my consciousness and my mind and my understanding of life, and always wanting to evolve myself, evolve my state, my understanding of the world, my understanding of self. And over the years have come to realize that it's very important to also look to ourselves for that wisdom and that knowledge as well. And what I've also noticed is that over the years, through the various practices that I've engaged in and therapies per se, is that these people that come into our lives, or these practitioners that we seek, or these methods, these practices, even these esoteric practices, some ancient, some not, they're all there to mirror what's happening within us, and they're all there to assist us in our journey in recognizing and reconnecting to our power. And I take that on board with a very clear intent when I move into these spaces and engaging in different practices. But the reason for this video today is because I had a very profound experience today, a very powerful experience, and whilst I was immersed in that, it shocked me. Because when you're releasing trauma from the physical body, from the neural system, from the body at a cellular level, a lot of stuff comes up, psycho-emotional, spiritual stuff that's attached itself to the body's latched onto, and you begin to release that. And it's one of those experiences that is difficult to explain, and is very different for everybody, but the power that I felt today, I felt very connected to existence. Basically, I had a very multiple deep cathartic experiences during this particular session, and what came out from that for me was a tremendous clarity for my mission in life, for my purpose, for who I am. And I feel the last year in particular, I'm coming from a greater place of integrity. So coming from that greater place of integrity, the practices that I engage in now are far deeper and more profound than they used to be years ago when I was searching, or when I was engaging in different practices for self-development or personal development, or just increasing one's awareness, my awareness, expanding my consciousness. But I want to recommend not so much biodynamic breath work and trauma work, although it's been fantastic for me, and I've only had 2 sessions in this particular modality. Done other modes of breath work before, and it's been very revealing and revelatory for me on so many levels. And today was just profound. I deeply connected to the suffering of the world. I've never had that before, this pain that was in my head, and explaining it won't do it justice. And I wanted to stay there. I psychologically wanted to stay there. My body kicked me out of the experience because of the intense pain, but I wanted to remain in that pain and continue to stay connected. And I did for as long as I could, a few minutes at least. But it's not so much about the profound experience that I had today, because it's always difficult to explain that subjective experience to another. We can connect to it, obviously, empathetically, and we can resonate, especially if we've been in similar situations where we've had cathartic experiences that have taken over us. But more to the point today, I want to speak to, and I share my personal story as a reference point and as something that we can connect to, but more importantly, what I want to speak to today is engaging in practices, searching for yourself, reconnecting to who you are, understanding yourself in fullness and in wholeness, and moving towards that state rather than remaining in a fragmented state, or remaining in a state of you feel you know who you are, but there's doubt and uncertainty there. Search. You use the wonderful wisdom that is abound in our world. Reach out to people that have expertise or experience in different modalities of healing or different modalities of self-exploration, and just continue down a path. Something may work for you, something may not. That's not too relevant, but what's relevant is that we constantly engage in that process of building awareness around who we are as people, and awareness of our environment and those around us, and constantly aiming not so much to better ourselves, because we're perfect how we are, but more to expand on who we are already, to evolve and grow from who we are already, and seeing and knowing and acknowledging that there's much greatness out there. It's really acknowledging our potential and then moving, acting towards expanding our potential, and using these practitioners, or using different modalities or books or the internet or conversation or whatever it may be, or meditation, or personally diving into yourself, into the depths of who you are in whatever way, using that as a reference point and as an anchor point and as a mirror to know more about who you are, to learn more about who you are. And that's what this video is about today. And I think I've gone for a little bit too long, so I'm going to stop there now. And I'm really flying high now, like I've smoked a kilo of fucking dope or something. I don't know. Like I'm really connected. I feel very strong in my power as well. I physically feel very strong too. I have a clarity and so much in expression, but I have a clarity of mind. It's like almost the fogginess or the cloudiness is gone. And again, these are just my experiences, but I want to share that with the world. I so much clarity on my purpose right now, and it's because I chose to continually push the boundaries of my consciousness, to push the boundaries of who I think I am, or what I think I'm capable of, and move into a realm of almost infinite potential, just allowing that to be, surrendering to that process. And in fact, surrendering to that process is such an important part of learning about ourselves, and that process is life. That's the process, life. Surrendering to life, surrendering to possibility. I want to thank you for listening. If you've stuck around for 8 minutes, and please reach out if you're curious about what modalities have worked for me, or I have many friends that have engaged in modalities and practices that I haven't as yet. And I have wonderful indirect experience from them as well, and I'd love to be able to share that with you if you're on a journey of seeking that. I'd love to be able to help in any way possible. So www.stefsifandos.com, or you can jump on my YouTube channel as well, stefsifandos, and Facebook as well. So yes, very happy to share. Hope you've gained something from that, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Thank you so much.